Lately, she has seen Isabel there every evening after dinner, kneeling on the hard ground. Isabel, are you saying a novena? Asked Esperanza when she found her at the statue yet again one night. It seems you have been praying for at least 9 days, Catherine.
Isabel got up from her dedication and looked up at Esperanza. I might be a queen of the May. In 2 weeks, on May Day, there is a festival at my school and a dance around a pool with colored ribbons.
The teacher will choose the best girl student in the 3rd grade to be queen. And right now, I'm the only one who has straight A's. Then it might be you, said Esperanza. My friends told me that it usually is one of the English speakers that is chosen, the ones who wear nicer dresses, so I'm going to pray every day. I want you guys to go ahead and turn and talk to your partner. Okay, I want you to talk. Why does Isabel say this last paragraph here? My friends told me that it's usually one of the English speakers that is chosen, the ones who wear nicer dresses. So I'm going to pray every day. Why does she say that? Okay, I want you to go ahead and turn and talk to your partner. Go ahead.
So like, my stage is that your friends told me that she usually wanted to go and
Three, 2, 1. Good. So why might she have mentioned that, Isabel? Why might she have mentioned that? Go ahead, Jashi.
I think,
Hold on. Everyone track Jashi.
I think Isabel might mention that because, like, they're poor and they can buy, like, the dresses that she wants to buy. Like, all the girls may have dresses, and also she doesn't speak, like, the English well, like other girls do.
So who do you think might win this? Who do you think might win? Catherine?
it might be like Marta and her friends, because at the beginning they apart when Esperanza felt sad because a group were talking English and she didn't know.
Does anyone have anything else to ask what Catherine said or disagree with what Catherine said, Michael?
I have something different than what Catherine said because it says that it's usually one of the girls that English and the ones who wear nicer dresses, so it might be the girls that are more wealthier.
Okay, and in this camp, who was the most wealthier group of people that were in this camp? Who was that group that was more wealthy that's around in this camp? Ian?
The Filipinos.
The Filipinos were the most wealthiest there? How many of you guys agree that the Filipinos were the wealthiest? Put a 1. If you disagree that the Filipinos were the wealthiest, you're going to put a 2. Okay, on the count of 3. 1 being that the Filipinos were the wealthiest, 2 being that the Filipinos were not the wealthiest. Okay, ready, set, go. Good, you said no. Michael, go ahead.
I say no because the Okies are mostly better.
The Okies, right? And why were they better? What in the text tells you that they were better? Or that, not they were better, but they had more wealth. Or that they were treated better. What tells you in the text that they were treated better? Christopher?
When you start reading when Esperanza get to California, Alfonso was saying that the Okies got hot water and a pool to swim, so that makes me think that they're paid because they're American and they live here.
Okay, Jackson?
Also, that's why the strike happened because they thought that the Oklahoma people, since they were white and they were American, they thought that they were getting all the good conditions. So the other people from other countries also wanted good conditions.
Yeah.
I want to add something to what Christopher and Jeffrey said, because here on page 98, when like it was like 2 weeks or 1 month after Esperanza came to the camp, Martha starts to explain to Esperanza on how like the Okies have a lot of stuff. So it says that they don't want us banding together for higher wages or better housing, said Martha. The only thing is Mexicans have not have hot water that we don't mind as long as we think no one has any. They don't want us talking to the Okies from Oklahoma or anyone else because we might discover that they have hot water. See, do the Okies have hot water? Asked Miguel. Not yet, but if they get, we will strike. Strike? Said Miguel. You mean you will stop working to do your job? So, as Christopher and Jackie said, that was another reason why the strike, because if they get the hot water and like mainly better conditions, they will strike.
Right, so the Okies have better working conditions, right, than the rest of the people that are at the camp. Okay, we're gonna move on. Good. We're where it says Esperanza. Everybody put your finger there. So will you start us off, please, Angel?
Esperanza thought about all the beautiful dresses she had outgrown in Mexico. How she wished she could have passed them on to Isabel. Esperanza began to worry that she would be disappointed.
Well, even if you are not the queen, you will still be a beautiful dancer, right? Oh, but Esperanza, I want so much to be the queen. I want to be la reina like you. She laughed. But regardless, you will always be our queen. Esperanza left her there, devoutly praying, and went into the cabin. Has a Mexican girl ever been chosen queen of the May? She asked Josefina. Josefina's face took on a disappointed look. And she silently shook her head no. I have asked. They always find a way to choose a blonde, blue-eyed queen. But that's not right, said Esperanza. Especially if it is based on grades, Ian.
There is always a reason. That is the way it is, said Josefina. Melina told me that the last year the Japanese girl had the best marks in the 3rd grade and still they did not choose her. Then what is the point of basing it on marks? Asked Esperanza, knowing there was no answer to her question. Her heart already ached for Isabel.
Okay, go ahead and turn and talk to your partner. Why is Esperanza worried about Isabel? What is she worried about? Go ahead and turn and talk to your partner.
What she worried about Isabel? Why is she worried about
Como que ella sabe que nunca se lo debe Isabel no gana porque Isabel no quiere dar el festival, pero
3, 2, 1. Gonna track me. I love how some of you guys are already really excited to answer this question, right? Why is Esperanza worried? What is she worried about here? What is she worried about? ¿Por qué está preocupada Esperanza? Why is she worried, Angel?
She's worried because of Isabel not having a blonde hair and black eyes and because
So what does that mean that she doesn't have blonde hair and blue eyes? What does that mean in this scenario here, Christopher?
that they're the only people that have the green eye or the Americans.
What does it say about what might happen in this contest here, or in the Queen of May, what might happen? Iverson?
Esperanza siente como que Isabel no va a ganar porque ella no tiene los ojos azules y no es americana y solo eligen a los americanos.
What do you guys think? Right, make a prediction. What do you think will happen? Do you think Isabel will win this contest? Michael?
I don't think she will win it.
Why?
Because she's too 16 instead of right there. I have asked them, they always find a way to choose a blonde, like queen. That is not mine, says blonde.
Yeah, so you think?
So I think I think she won't win it this time.
Something to that, what Michael said, that it says in the second paragraph that it still was a reason. That is the way it is, said Josefina. So that means that if you're Mexican, you're never gonna win because you're Mexican. If you're American, you will win. Because the American were the wealthy people.
In the camp, right? They were considered to be Americans, right? And they were treated better. Joshua?
I think it's about moving. And the thing is Esperanza, like I think like she's getting like mad right now because of what they're doing, like right here. She said on the second paragraph on page 215, but that's not right. She was saying it wasn't that. I think she's going like towards the school that I got in, and she's gonna strike.
Okay, so possibly she'll say something because.
A week later, Esperanza cut yet another bundle of asparagus on the table after work. The tall and feathery asparagus plant seemed to be
Unrelenting.
as Isabel decided to be clean.
The workers picked the spears from the fields, and a few days later, the same fields had to be picked again because new shoots were already showing their heads. And Isabel talked of nothing else except the possibility of wearing the winner's crown of flowers on her head. I hate asparagus, said Isabel, barely looking up from her homework. During grapes, you hate grapes. During potatoes, you hate potatoes. And during asparagus, you hate asparagus. I suppose that during peaches, you will hate peaches. Isabel laughed. No, I love peaches. Hortensia stirred a pot of beans, and Esperanza took off the stained apron she wore in the sheds and put on another. She began measuring the flour to make tortillas. In a few minutes, she was patting the fresh dough that left her hands looking as if she wore white gloves. My teacher will choose the queen of the May this week, said Isabel. Her entire body wiggled with excitement. Pick up on him?
Yes, you have told us that Esperanza, teasing her. Do you have anything new to tell us? They are making a new camp in Oklahoma, said Isabel. Esperanza looked at Hortensia. Is it true? Hortensia nodded.
They announced it at the camp meeting. The owner of the farm bought some army barracks from an old military camp and is moving them onto the property not too far from here. They get inside toilets and hot water and a swimming pool, said Isabel. Our teacher told us all about it, and we were all able to, we will all be able to swim in it. One day a week, said Hortensia, looking at Esperanza. Pick up, Michael.
The Mexicans can only swim on Friday before they clean the pools on Saturday.
Pause right there. I'm going to read that one more time, okay? That last paragraph. One day a week, said Hortensia, looking at Esperanza. The Mexicans can only swim on Friday afternoons before they clean the pool on Saturday mornings. How does that make you feel? Go ahead and talk to your partner. How does that make you feel?
Alcohol people real important. I think like racist.
Two, one. I heard some great conversations. I hate to cut you short because you guys were having great conversations, but I want you guys to go ahead and share out loud. Okay, so Catherine, you'll share first. Andrea, you'll share second, and then Ian, you can share third. Okay, so go ahead, Catherine. Everyone chat, Catherine.
So I think, I feel disappointed as being part of like if I was Mexican in that time, because it's like if they were telling us that we were dirty and we were not clean as Americans, because we had to wash ourselves at the pool before the cleaning.
Okay, Andrea.
Yo le estaba diciendo a Gabriela que yo me sentí como un poco mal porque como yo le dije a Gabriela, todos tenemos los mismos derechos y como yo soy mexicana, todos seamos de donde seamos, todos podemos hacer lo que queramos, pero
I feel like kind of like the way they're feeling, but I know I'm not Mexican, but like since I can feel the way they're feeling, because I think that's called racist, being racist, because as Andrea said, people are supposed to be treated like people, no matter like how they look or like where are they from. Like for example, if you're black, you can't just judge people and say like, oh, they're just from Africa just because you're black. Maybe they're American and they have a different color skin, so you can just like you can't just like start judging people on how they look. So in here, as I said, like they only have one day, so that's racist.
Well, and do you think that's fair that they only had one day compared to?
No, because they Mexicans are like other people, are like Americans, but they're from different countries. So like if they were Americans, they would get almost a whole weekend, but they only got one day.
And what did you notice after they got that one day? What did they have to do? After they got that one day to be in the pool, what did they have to do, Christopher?
They had to clean the pool.
They had to clean the pool, right? So what does that say about how the owners, right, of these camps felt about Mexicans and other groups that were not American? How did they feel about these different groups based on that evidence from the text, that they would only let Mexicans in on Fridays, but they would have to clean the pool on Saturday? Michael?
They might be like I think that the landowners don't even care about them because they actually if they send the Mexicans to clean it, what about the Okies? Isn't the pool theirs, not the Mexicans? So then the
Stuck for an instant and then slowly slid down the wall, leaving a darkened trail. Isabel's serious eyes darted from Miguel to Esperanza to Hortensia. Are we going to starve? No, they all answered at the same time. Esperanza's eyes were on fire. She stamped out the cabin, slamming the door, and walked past the mulberry and the chimeberry trees to the vineyard. She hurried down a row, then cut over to another. How is Esperanza feeling? How is she feeling here? How is she feeling, Angeli?
angry.
Why is she angry?
I think Esperanza is angry because they think that they are like nasty people and dirty people.
Dirty. Well, what happened to Miguel? What happened to Miguel? ¿Qué le pasó a Miguel? What happened to Miguel, Catherine?
That the Okies people came to the railroad and they didn't need Miguel anymore because they had them, and then thought that they didn't know how to do the stuff that Miguel did. So they put and they told them to make a decision if they wanted to wash the dishes, which since Miguel needed the job, he did it. So his family could start.
Was it wash dishes though?
No.
What was the work that he was doing? On his
Dig ditches.
dig ditches, right? Dig holes. Not wash dishes, dig ditches. Como sacar hoyos, or you know, como make holes, to make holes for the railroad, right? Instead of working on the railroad, he was making holes. He was doing the hard labor, right? But why was he mostly upset? Had these Okies done the work before? Jasmine?
I think Miguel was upset because the Okies didn't even know what to do, and when they came in, they said they were gonna work. The boss even hired them without even knowing if they knew what to do.
Ella era más rica.
3, 2, 1. Good. So why does Miguel say that to Esperanza? What is the reason why he just said that to Esperanza? Michael.
What I think he meant by you never live without hope, because back in Mexico when she wasn't there, she had everything. So and Miguel didn't have anything like that, not like all stuff. So if Esperanza was like to be in his shoes, maybe I'm not definitely she won't have any hope.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to add something what Michael says that in Mexico, Esperanza was in the birthday girl because Papa was the owner and Miguel was a worker. So that makes me think that Esperanza she never was like the poor people when she was in Mexico.